Hey there, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Hopes, Tropes, and Copes, an anime and gaming podcast.
I'm supposed to do the intro.
Too
Uh,
bad.
well, yeah. Hello, it's the Savior 85. You can
Hey,
also call me Kevin.
hey there, it's Gen Fionic.
Just so remember, I have to say, you can also call me Kevin because I prefer people to call me Kevin rather than Savior because that sounds biblical.
But you're my
No,
savior.
I'm not. I'm not the
Alright.
Messiah. I'm not gonna go into that.
Yeah,
Quote.
you're San Kevin.
I'm not just Kevin. And
Okay.
this is a special, well, semi-special episode of the podcast where we do a spoiler cast and review
Hooray.
of of a certain anime. We plan on doing this more in the future, where we pick one anime, usually shorter, maybe longer, maybe like whatever.
Bleach. Force him to watch Bleach.
How
Force
many
him to
episodes is
watch
that again?
Bleach.
I want to say 400, but I know it's longer.
There are 468 chapters, I think. 469, nice. If you include like the Hell chapter, then there's like
Thousand Year Blood War, is that different?
no, that's part of it. That's part of the 400 and something chapters. There are some odd number of episodes. But yeah, suggest that so we can force him to watch it.
That's gonna take forever.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
I don't know about that.
But anyways,
The anime we're gonna talk about in this spoiler cast and review. Spoiler cast meaning we're gonna spoil it, so
spoiler warning.
spoiler warning, yeah, either don't listen for most of it, well, for 99% of it, or, if you don't care, or if you've already watched it. Review is, we give our honest opinions about it.
Or you just want to listen to us talk, as like,
Because we don't care about
noise.
anime anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
Even though this is
care.
the anime and gaming
Yeah, yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Anyways, the anime we're talking about is Takopi's Original Sin. I hope I
Yes.
alliterated that right.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds about right.
It's the anime. I read the manga, watched the anime, big fan of it. How do you feel about it yourself?
I do like it. The first episode really took me back memory lane in my own personal life, which is a bit tragic. But that's
Well,
not
we'll
the
go
here or
in,
there.
well, if you want to go into detail, go into detail.
No.
But whatever. But it's a well written, in my opinion, anime, but it's very hardcore in like the tropes of
Depression.
and like hardcore depression,
Yeah.
hardcore. Well, I'm gonna say it, suicide.
Yeah.
It deals with hardcore bullying, suicide, and very dark themes.
Yeah, like
But
the impacts that abuse has on like someone's like mental health and like psyche and all that stuff, and like it's the things that like people do like in a dark place or when they're in a dark place.
we all end up in dark places, but the dark places this will take you. You be prepared, because I mean, after all, the anime, I think, for like whatever streaming service you have, it has a trigger warning for like suicide and all that in it before every episode, like written into the thing. For me, it did. I don't know about if it does that for every platform, but it's pretty dark. But it's, in my opinion, rewarding in a way. And it has a payoff.
It does. You just had to somehow, or you just, well, for me, I found Takopi a bit annoying, like midway or early midway, like around like episode 3. It was a little too much for me, but like
Annoying in the way of like just because of his how describe annoying for me, because in my opinion sometimes annoying characters can be funny, and that's part of the entertainment.
right, yeah, but like for me it was just kind of annoying, just like how I guess there's some things that were kind of obvious they're kind of obvious, but I guess he didn't really like perceive it, which kind of makes sense because he's an alien. But it kind of gives you kind of like the same
And like
vibe of like,
human emotion, and like why humans do some of the things they do is kind of foreign to him.
yeah,
Not just kind of, very foreign to
yeah,
him
it's
and his
like a
people.
robot or something who
Well, by like
doesn't
trying to learn how to do them human.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so like it was just kind of like some of the more intense moments to where like he could have like been more empathetic, I guess, or like understand things that were going on that like would lead to certain things that I guess kind of got a little bit annoying that he didn't really see it. But like when I came back, but I took a break and then I came back
Another
watched
thing
it
is,
completely.
for record, I know it like took like a bit of a toll on you just to watch it just to watch it from what it was describing. And for that, I apologize for that.
Nah, it's fine.
Still,
It's just
I'm a
like
little guilty. I feel a little guilty,
well,
and I feel a little guilty for anyone who's going to watch it after listening to us.
oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
It's good, but
It
be prepared
is.
for be prepared for literally the worst.
Yeah, be prepared for sadness. But like, it does handle it, I do feel like better than other like super depressing like animes. Like
All wrapped up in 6 episodes because this is only six 30-minute episodes.
which, in hindsight is actually pretty like pretty impressive where like other animes would need like what? Like double that in order to like come close.
Quadruple that,
Yeah.
24 episodes.
Oh
At
my
the
god.
same time, though, the manga that is based off of is only 2 volumes long,
Oh
and the
wow.
2 volumes are start to finish roll credits.
Oh.
They don't go on. They pretty much tell the whole story from beginning to end.
Oh wow.
They don't go any further than that. They don't go any less than that. You need. But anyway, God, I'll be honest with you. Doing this podcast is a little anxious driven.
Oh yeah.
I'm fine. I'll be fine. But it's what I want to do.
Yes. We got this. We'll push through this.
Uh, how did you feel about episode 1?
Ooh, episode 1. Yeah.
That's where the
That episode 1
was it that way you stopped and then came
No,
back?
no, it was episode 3.
Okay,
It
but
was
episode 1 is
episode 1 was very much the kind of reminder of like kind of a past that I have or had with someone to where I was trying everything that I could or yeah, they were very suicidal. They had like a lot of like things going on in their lives. They were going through a lot, and I was just trying to be there for them. I was trying to do anything, but I lived so far away. There was nothing I could really do, as I just could pretty much just watch them kind of like suffer and go through a lot of issues on their own. Well, all I could do is just talk to them and be there in air quotes. And it was the episode just really kind of like brought me back to like that time more or less.
to describe what to like he relates to the episode in the sense that there's a little squid octopus. I say it looks more like it's an octopus, octopus
Yes.
thingy,
Takopi.
alien.
It's a taco.
Well, that's what the kid calls her. He has a different name, but it's too hard to pronounce.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even remember it. What was it? Give us 1 second. We're gonna. It is Nue
Careful, that might be a slur in a different language.
Nuki. Yeah, that.
But it's an alien from a different land, from a different planet. Who, the mission of all the creatures in the race are to spread happiness wherever they go. And this one gets sent to Earth and tries to help this. She's in 4th grade. That's like what, 8 or 9?
Yeah, like a little kid.
Little kid, and uh, they also have all they want to do is make sure everyone's happy. And he starts with this little girl in the 4th grade. Their main tools, they have tools for this, are these things called happy gadgets, which are just like these basically power with magic.
Yeah.
Things that humans can't normally do. One gives you wings. One gives you trivia answers to whatever's in the universe.
Oh my god, that's so powerful.
But for the little girl, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to brighten up her day because
It's not gonna stop the bullying.
she's severely bullied by a certain girl in her posse in class. To the point of like every day she has scars and bruises on her body, and like her backpack is covered in like horrible things, horrible
Like
insults.
yeah, horrible insults and like them trying to like tell her to like not exist anymore.
They don't exclusively say die, at least in episode 1, but that's what they're alluding to.
Yeah.
And to be honest, do kids really act like that?
I don't know, man. Kids can be menaces
I know
sometimes.
that. I mean, I've read Lord of the Flies. Do they really go to those lengths?
God, I mean, I won't underestimate them, man. Depends on their parents.
So I also like to think it depends on them too. But I just find it super hard to believe they'll go to these lengths.
Oh.
Do you?
I can see it, or
I
at the
know a
very
lot of
least,
people would say they can see it, but I don't.
at the very least, I can suspend my disbelief.
That I can do.
Yes, yes. But yeah, so like episode one is, like Takabe, crashing down and meeting Shizuka, our
Uh,
main
main
protagonist, more or
protagonist,
less. Tries to cheer her up. She like, as Kevin said, like she anything Takabe does, it's just not enough. It's not gonna stop the bullying. It's not gonna get her parents back together. It's not gonna.
I mean, it's a spoiler cast, but let's do it in spoilers in order.
Oh, sorry. But it's not gonna fix anything. And so Takabe just uh, decides like at first he just kind of waits there for her to try to cheer her up like after school. But things just progressively get a little bit worse like as the days go by, to where one day Shizuka comes to like the area where Takabe's at with like
Their meeting place.
yeah, their meeting place, and introduces him to like her dog.
Like the thing is, like the dog Chappie was the name of the dog. It's like her ray of sunshine in this bleak world.
Yeah,
It's like the only thing that's keeping her going.
it's like her anchor at this point, like her like mental anchor that's just kind of keeping her together. And so like we get closer to like the dog and like how the dog or how much the dog means to her. But then like one episode or then one
Later in the episode,
And later in the episode, like she comes back, like late at night, to Takopi, holding like her dog's like collar, and she's all beaten up. She's all like kind of like
being up to like the worst extent
she's
she's
just
been in for a while.
yeah, and she's just becomes like mentally broken at that point, and so Takopi like not really understanding like what's going on, he tries to offer her like like a ribbon, assuming that like her and her friend kind of got into a fight, and so like thinking
Because
like
he's
oh
super naive about that.
yeah, and so like he gives her the ribbon, and like tells her okay, if two people hold like the ribbon, then they immediately become friends again or something like that. And then Shizuka is like, oh, can I have that, or can I borrow that for a bit? And he was like, and then he was like, kind of struggling about like whether or not to give it to her without any like supervision. And so then Takapi like then relents and it's like, oh, she's a good kid, she won't do anything with that. And then she goes home with like the ribbon, and Takapi just waits there to hope that, or wait there for the good news that they reconciled, her and her friend reconciled. And so
Friend in air quotations.
yeah, in air quotations. And so then he starts panicking, or then he starts getting to his own head like, oh, I'm not worried. And then time goes on, and then he starts getting worried, and so then he goes to her house to kind of check on her. And then when he gets to her house, he sees Shizuka strung up in the ceiling, hanging on by the ribbon. And so when Takapi kind of pokes her, she then collapses onto the ground, dead. Um, and so Takapi like kind of like starts questioning everything, like why did this happen? Like how could this happen? Kind of thing.
He doesn't even understand the concept of why would a person take their own life, especially even in his world. There's no reversing death.
No, there's no reversing death. There's no way to bring someone back to life. But then
even when they have all the other technological advances in magic.
Yeah, and so but then he gets a brain blast, and he gets a brain blast, and he remembers, oh wait, I have a camera and I took a picture with her. So then he puts the picture into
It's a magical camera, by
it's
the
a
way.
magical camera. And so he takes the picture, puts it into the camera, presses the button, and then he goes back in time to when he took that picture.
It's very like Homer Akemi Madoka Magica style. Where,
Yes, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
people are gonna get mad.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's very like that where, in Madoka, Homer goes back in time to save her like a million times and fails every time. That's spoilers.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, that one's like 2011, so
I mean, it's super old. Oh my god, it's that old? Oh my god.
2011, yeah. I
Oh
know.
my god, that was 14 years ago? Oh my god. Anyways, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not.
But yeah, so he goes back in time, and that's what else happened to that episode?
Uh, like she at that point, like he, what was it? Like at because like the moment of they took the picture is like right before some bullying, like major bullying starts, and then like he tries to give her more gadgets and like tell her the answers to the quiz that day and give her like a help with her homework and whatnot. And that oh yeah, this part
So he uses the camera to go back
back in
in
time.
time to help her at school, or he offers to follow her at school to see like
Yeah, that's the
what's
thing.
going on.
And he
It
finds out that Marina, the bully,
is like bullying her very
Mary.
much, and so like so then like Takabe like then decides to kind of like disguise himself, or like after plenty of like
He
kind
can
of
make a direct copy of him person from head to toe with like another gadget, I think.
it was like a phone, like he uses like his magical phone gadget to like transform into Shizuka to kind of like reconcile to, because like he's still under the impression that like, oh, they're
They're friends
friends.
and they just have a bad patch. And
Yeah,
he sees Marina, like Marina just gets pissed off, thinking it's the actual Shizuka, and then beats the crap out of her.
yeah,
Beats out the crap out of Takabe disguised as
as Shizuka, yeah.
Shizuka.
And so then like then Takapi just kind of goes back in time and then tries to like help Shizuka with like everything more or less, like and then Shizuka just still like beats her up because she is under the impression like, oh, Shizuka's being like cocky or something like that. And so then Takapi goes back in time again, but then he keeps spamming it essentially until like we get to one point to where um, Shizuka's just in the bathroom. She's being summoned to interact with Marina, and so she reluctantly goes, and then Takapi, kind of understanding what this means, but cannot face Marina because he's so terrified of her.
Scared of because what she did to him. She
Yeah.
beat the crap out of him.
And so then like he ends up transforming into Suzuka, and then goes to a teacher. And so then the teacher, or then we fast forward to like later that day after school, to where like the teacher to where all Shizuka incurred was just like a bruise or a mark on her face from like Shizuka, and or from um, Marina, instead of like getting like horrifically beaten up. Um, and then
Like at that point, she thanks Takabe because it's like the first time in like a while she hasn't. Well, everything hasn't been completely down in the dumps.
yeah,
In a
like
way, because like someone intervened.
yeah, someone helped. Like someone like actually showed that like they were there. That, and as a result of that, it's like
She
uh,
smiles a little bit in like the first time in forever.
yeah, because her life like like improved, even though very slightly. It's like was a improvement over like just her constant like abuse
Abuse
by
and
like
bullying,
Marina's
yeah.
kind of like
With Takabe in her life, things have slightly
change for
by
the better.
1% improved.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know if this was an after credit scene, but you late like, the ending of the episode, you find out why the bullying has started in the first place.
Yeah, and
It's
it
due to the fact that this is major spoilers. Uh, Suzuka's mom, I believe, is a prostitute.
yeah, Shizuku's mom is like, sleeps around. She's a lady of the night.
I think she does it for that's her job. And
Yeah.
the thing is, Marina's dad sleeping with her.
Yeah. And so like Marina like knows about that, like then kind of takes it out on like Shizuka, kind of being like all the money you're spending on like this lady, like you should be spending on like the family. And then Marina's mom is unfortunately a bit unwell, and so she takes, because sometimes
Very
she
clingy too. I
very
would
clingy,
like
and
since my husband's not here, I'm just gonna. It's hinted that she abuses Marina as well.
yeah, and so And so yeah, so then the episode ends where we find out like where Marina's getting her abusive tendencies from. It's really sad.
Later on in episode 2, we get along to like more like this is the part where yeah, I'm currently looking at the wiki just to jog my memory a little bit because it's been a while.
Of course, yeah.
But the ray of sunshine in her life, Chappie the dog. They play around with Takopi and stuff. But in episode 2, Marina confronts them, like pushes Suzuka around. I think punches her or something, which causes like a chain reaction where Chappie, oh, I have to defend my master,
Yeah.
bites her.
Yeah.
And that was our goal in the first place. So like she could be, oh, this dog is rabid. He attacked me. We gotta put him in the pound.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just entrapment or whatever the term is called. And realizing that oh, and then Takumi realizes, oh, if Chappie is gone, she's gonna hang herself again. And then oh, this is the part where he goes like 100, 200, a million times to stop this.
Yeah, he tries like every single kind of time loop to try to avoid like Chappie like getting taken away, to prevent Shizuka's light from like being taken away from her.
But Marina always finds a way in the end, despite
Yes.
the hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Very Homer like Kemi style.
Yeah,
You look that up later. Uh, oh yeah, this is the part where Naoki, the boy, the kid with glasses.
Oh yeah, the glasses kid. Yeah.
He makes an appearance. He technically makes an appearance in the first episode, but it's relatively minor.
He becomes more aware, but like he also like lacks like the almost initiative to really do anything to like help like Shizuka, um but at some point, or what am I trying to say? But like he becomes we get more of a spotlight on him a little bit, and or as he starts like seeing like what's going on. And so but then at some point Marina decides to invite Shizuka like into like
quote unquote invite her.
Yeah, into the forest, causing like or Takumi thinks like, oh, this is finally the part where they're gonna reconcile. And so he sneaks throughout the forest and then he sees like, oh, they're not actually reconciling. She's just gonna beat her up. And then she not only like beats her up physically, but also like paints a picture like your dog is dead. It is taken to the pound. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention Takumi realizing like, okay, there's nothing I can do to kind of stop like the dog being taken away. Um, but um, ugh.
But he has like a moment where he snaps. What was that before? Shit, I did her. Shit. Sorry, we're trying to figure things
I'm
out.
trying to remember.
I'm
But
hard to
like
remember.
but okay, so like apparently like Takapi like alters the outcome in order to like
Have
somehow.
the dog sent to her father who is not in her life.
Yeah, yeah. So then instead of the dog being dead, but in the with the meeting with
I mean,
Marina
here in the forest, she insists that it's dead, just
yeah.
to drive the point home.
Yeah, drive the point home. And so then Takapi, kind of unable, or as like Marina just constantly kind of beats her up, like Takapi like gets like an idea or something. So he brings out like the time traveling like camera again. But and like I guess in a reckless manner, he just kind of charges as Marina. Um, and somehow he just kind of like whacks Marina over the head with his little
With the
poison.
camera, breaking the camera and killing her. Killing
Yeah,
Marina.
yeah, instantly. And
Now that the camera's broken, they can't go back in time.
yeah, he can't go back in time to fix his own mistake. And killing someone is like a really big no-no. um,
I mean, obviously, I don't care what culture you're in, unless it's like a barbarian like hierarchy of where you fight to survive. But this isn't it.
yeah, and so like Takapi like kind of thinking like, oh, or going like having his oh shit kind of moment.
But at the
Um,
same time, Shizuka
Shizuka,
sees now that she's dead, and she's
she's so happy. She's so like relieved in a way that
like the
like
bullying's over. I'm
it's
free.
over. Like it's finally over, and
That's like foreshadowing for the rest of the show. If
yeah,
you've seen cover to cover.
yeah. And then so like but then the episode kind of ends with like her and Takopi just kind of leaving Marina's body
Well, no, they put it in like
for
a
little
thingy
capsule
box
thing. Yeah,
thingy. Like it's one of the tools that the Happy Gadgets. It's like a box they put her in.
yeah. And so like they then kind of like leave that there, but then like the next episode the we kind of
The
see
glasses
that the
kid.
glasses kid kind of like walks in on
Naoki.
that.
I'm just because his name's not Glasses Kid.
Glasses kid kind of walks in kind of like because he was like worried about like Shizuka and then like he encounters like her and the alien Takopi um
And
uh
also sees
Marina's
Marina's
body.
dead.
Yeah. Oh shucks, what happened to
The
Marina?
first thing he says is, which is probably what anyone would say, you probably should turn yourself in with that.
Yeah, yeah,
Which I mean, for at least, at least she's like 9 years old. If she
yeah.
did that, she goes to juvie for what? I mean, for how long?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about this in Japan, but it's kind of lenient on kids in the U.S. At some point.
Yeah, yeah.
You still get jail time though.
Oh my God. And then it'll be on your permanent record. Oh god. But then
You also get a little more of this like sinister side
the
of
beginning of like the sinister side of Shizuka. It's where she starts to kind of like
guilt tripping.
yeah, she kind of like manipulates him.
Very very like manipulative. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to say romantic manipulative. She's playing with his emotions basically.
Yeah, kind of like telling him like or asking him to like help her like cover up Marina's like murder or like dead body.
Or at least don't say anything.
Yeah, yeah. And so, then that's the part where they put her body into like, a pod. Um but then they just kind of go about their lives. But like Takabe decides like, okay, well, to kind of cover this up, I'll go and become Marina. And so they just kind of like start bonding over things. But then like
Yeah, the Naoki and Suzuka both have like very harsh upbringings. Their parents
yeah,
are kind of dog shit.
yeah,
Dog
yeah.
shit parents at least.
So then
And they bond over that. But just to keep the facade of Marina's not really dead. Takabe uses the disguise. But at some point, the mother, being mothers, as all mothers, most mothers do, she's like, I can tell you're not my daughter, and beats the crap out of. Well, I think she like hits him over the head with a plate or something.
yeah, yeah.
And then, she's, begging him, bring back my daughter, whatever you did to her. Which, he can't.
Yeah, he can't. She's dead. She's gone. And the camera to bring back to rewind time.
Time is broken.
Is broken. Yes.
No way to repair it.
But
Oh, and yeah, and after the episode ends with people finding the body.
oh yeah, yeah. So
So the cat's out of the bag at that point.
yep. Whoops.
Because they announced it in the class, in their class, because they were in the same class.
Yeah, yeah.
It was at least episode 4, where now they panic, they're gonna be
Going to be found out. They're going to be asked questions.
they'll probably go to prison. She'll probably go to prison, but he'll
His-
probably be an accessory
Yeah, his life will be ruined. Then his mom will get mad at him.
because he's like an A student, and his mom only cares about grades.
Yep, only great cares about grades.
I've been
wants him
there.
to be, like, wants him to be like the super smartest kid ever, which he is. He's constantly the kid who gets like all the good grades in his class, but like it's not good enough because his brother is super duper smart.
And the thing is also his brother. He's not interested in like doing what his mom asks of him.
Yeah, yeah,
He just wants to get a job and like live a regular life, which her mom is not happy with.
yeah. But then later on, like Shizuka kind of like panicking. Her self-interest kind of like take over, and she tries to like manipulate the glasses kid Naoki,
Naoki.
that's his name, yep, that's his name, to turn himself into the police, so that she can go on scot-free.
That's a wonderful deal. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like that meme, the guy, you get jail time, I get to go away.
Yeah, and she tries to like sweeten the deal, like,
And
oh,
another thing is, they were also planning like a trip to Tokyo where Suzuki's. I just forgot. Suzuka's dad is
mm-hmm,
to see if Chappie's still there,
yeah,
which she's planning on doing.
mm-hmm.
And like, what was it? Like, no, but Naoki's just telling her, just turn yourself in. We can't do this anymore. But Suzuka's like, why don't you turn yourself in, like you said?
Yeah.
I'll wait for you at the police station.
Like once you come out,
Yeah, which who in the history of time has done that?
right? Yeah. But then like Naoki like then finally like goes home. He tries to like steal the ring, or tries
Like they have like he has like an argument with his brother and stuff.
yeah, and so like but then like
His brother tries to set things right at least. Like
yeah
he doesn't want his brother to hate him for
yeah
whatever reason.
yeah.
And, like,
So then
they
like
have like a bonding moment with a cry, but then Naruki tells his brother, "Yeah, this happened. The murder happened."
mm-hmm,
And like the police are just the police get involved, of course.
mm-hmm.
And they don't trouble him with they just ask him a few questions and testimony. Yeah, and they figure, oh, Shizuka might have done something with this, so they.
So like the reason why they think like Shizuka might have something to do with it was because Takopi decided, his disguise, it was a massive kind of personality change, more or less, from like this like hardened like little kid to like now this super upbeat bubbly kid. Like, okay, something's up, something's weird, and
But I mean,
Marina
but I
only
mean,
interacted with Shizuka.
right.
So a lot of people would kind of point at Shizuka, kind of like to the cops, and so the cops would then kind of like,
Come after her.
yeah, come
And
after her.
and Shizuka's like, well, they're castle the bag. We gotta go on the lamb. We
Yeah,
have to go and hide.
yeah. So then they start like they begin their traveling
They travel
without.
under the. They travel without the boy who they originally thought they would, help out with. But
Yeah,
since he tattled, they're on their own.
yeah,
But for it's kind of weird. I also found like you can get on a as like an 8 or 9 year old in Japan. You just get on a boat and travel to Tokyo wherever you want.
yeah. Especially in 2016. That's so weird.
That's the thing. Like that's probably a debate for another day. But like most kids can, in like 5 years old, can just go to the supermarket, buy the shit, and then just come home.
Yeah, that's really
Like, isn't that asking for them to get abducted?
that's an uncomfortable thought. Yes.
A little bit, but I mean, here it is in Japan,
Yeah.
not so much. Anyways,
Anyway,
tangents.
anyways,
You get on a boat, arrive in Tokyo,
and,
find the father.
Yep.
Yeah, here's the part. Here comes the big rant from big old John Phonic.
so like oh my gosh, so like so Shizuka like meets or finds where her dad is. She knocks on the door. Her dad answers, and you for a brief moment you think, oh, okay, so what's gonna happen here? And then you see then like
Oh, maybe he's gonna take her in.
yeah, maybe he'll take her in, or like something will or maybe something like good will happen, or maybe he will help. And it turns out he started another family. Not only that, but he also abandoned his daughter, and then like
Abandoned his first wife.
abandoned his first wife, abandoned his daughter. But then like the thing is like once his daughter Shizuka like comes or like comes to his is in his fucking front door. He then pretends like he doesn't even know her. Like, guy, it's bad enough you abandon them. Like, why? Stop trying to avoid responsibility. Stop trying to like avoid like your kid, guy. Like, you have two more. Are you gonna abandon them once like shit turns south? Like, guy, please, come on. But then like after that, it's like but the scene plays out where he enters the door with a kid in his arm, and
He
then
has like 3 or 4. He has like 3 or 4 kids. One in his arm, 3 around his legs.
yeah, and so then like one of the kids asks like, "Who's the girl?" And he goes, "Huh, I'm trying to figure that out myself as well." And but then Shizuka is like, "Oh, I'm here for Chappie," and then you hear like a dog barking in the background, and she's like, "Oh, there's Chappie," and then it turns out it's just some like poodle kind of thing. It's like that's not
Poodle
Chappie.
thing.
Yeah,
Poodles aren't things.
then we cut away, to where like her and like Takapi are like under like a
On they're on a
bridge.
bridge, they're out of options.
Out of options.
However, I like the part that like Suzuka is like really starting to snap. She's like, "Oh, maybe they ate Chappie. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go invent like Takabi, give me a thing that makes me look inside their stomachs." What
yeah.
the hell is that about?
Oh
Like
my
she
god.
wanted to reach into their stomachs,
Or just cut out their like
cut out their stomachs, and see if there was dog meat in them.
yeah, like oh my gosh, lady.
Like that's Lord of the Flies times 9,000.
Oh, you poor kid. Like that's like the option you're going with now, and so that that was sad. And so
And sadder is, Takabi like get a hold. Takabi starts like, get a hold of yourself. That's crazy.
yeah,
Begs her to stop.
but then like
She snaps,
she snaps and starts beating him up, and then
knocks him unconscious.
but as a result of doing that, Takapi,
Here's the big
big
spoiler
twists,
plot twist. Yeah, there we go.
big plot twist. Takapi gains his memories back, and so we get a flashback to Takapi's first incursion to Earth, to where he did not first encounter Suzuka. He actually encountered Marina, and so he spends a lot of his time trying to help and ease Marina's suffering. Um, uh, Back then, and but then Takapi ends up trying helping her, her being as distant and troubled as she was. He does his best, and she'll throw him on the ground, abuse him more or less, and
Use them more like on a playful way.
yeah,
I don't know if that's
like
the thing.
yeah, I guess
Abusive in a playful way. That doesn't sound right.
she okay.
It's comical in a
More
way,
accurately, she'll just throw him on the ground or slap him like away.
like a rubber ball or something. Because he
Yeah,
kind of looks like one.
yeah, and so uh, I'm sorry, I have a brain fart.
I thought. Oh,
Oh, right. And then but then we get to this one part where Takabi like says, "Oh wow, you must be a really good mother." And so then like he like suggests like, "Oh, you need to find a mate so you can start making kids."
I don't remember that.
Um,
I mean, I don't remember that, but holy shit.
but like he did like say like you
To
would
his
be a,
to Marina's mother, you mean, right?
no to Marina herself.
Herself.
Like you would be a great mother. Because like
I didn't. I might have like skipped through this, and it might not be in the manga. I might have just skipped through it, but
mhm.
the Marina dated Naoki when they because this
Yes.
takes place in 2022.
Yes,
The year
so-
2022.
Yeah.
Where they're like teenagers.
Yeah, so like so I'm getting to that part. So
Sorry.
so then like Takapi, says like, "Oh, you'll be a great mother. You should go and mate so you guys can like or find a mate so you can like have a kid." And so then we get to the part or skip to some part where Takapi kind of like I guess kind of pushes her or like gives her a gadget or something. She kind of like stumbles on as a teenager. So we kind of fast forward like when they're a teenager. Um and so she then stumbles on to Naoki, and then
They start dating.
yeah, then they start dating. And so then like Marina like finally becomes super happy. Like, oh, thanks to Takapi, I finally have a boyfriend. I'm so happy. Like but and she even tells her mom, and her mom even seems like super happy as well for her. But then like one day, Shizuka comes back into town, and Naoki kind of like gets the eyes for her, and I guess like at some point just kind of breaks up with her.
Breaks up with Marina for Suzuka.
Shizuka because
Yeah.
like
He just feels so bad for her, and like she wants to be her shining knight, as is in the previous timeline in a sense.
yeah, and
So they break up.
and so that destroys or that really like messes with Marina herself, and so Marina like then tells her mom, then her mom like blames her, and then Takapi like starts feeling really bad, and so
Here's another tidbit I think you might have missed. Because Marina's mother starts beating her up,
yeah,
like hitting over her with like stuff, and that prompts her to kill her mother in self-defense.
yeah. And
like
so
just to get her to stop.
yeah,
I
just
think that's just like a boil over of, oh, my husband's cheating on me with a prostitute. I gotta do something.
yeah. Plus, also her mother's mental health issues
Yeah,
because she
totally nuts.
because that was the same night that her mom forgot to take her medicine, so
Oh,
she was
really?
even more like,
I didn't see that part.
ooh, no, yeah. So like, Marina was like, "Mom, did you take your medicine?" And her mom was like, um,
That's a good say. That's just like Trigger's word for, well, F you, I'm gonna go crazy.
yeah. But then
For,
like her,
a lot of people have to take medicine
but a
for
little
mental
bit,
health issues.
but
Sorry if that's sorry.
but a
That's
little bit, but then
harsh.
like, but then her mom, or a little bit, I think before that or after, gets mad at Marina, because she didn't bring back like a big bundle of kombucha, I think it was. Like she didn't want, like, I think it was like kombucha or something. It was like some like alcohol thing, or it was some drink, um and so Marina, like, they ran out, and so her mom got mad at Marina for not buying them in bulk. And so then we had like a crash out moment with the mom, and
Mom beats up Marina and she has to kill her in self defense.
yeah,
This is the part
where
where
Takopi
Takopi.
finally steps in and like goes like, or Myrna's like, kind of blames Shizuka, like it's all her fault. I wish she was dead, or like, knew I should have went back in, or I knew like back in like when we were 9, I should have killed her. And so Takapi goes like, oh, then that's the answer to everything. I'll go back in time and kill her. So then he goes, bye, Marina. I'm gonna go back in time and kill Shizuka for you. So then he goes back to the planet.
Funny thing is, while he's gone, Marina kills herself.
Yeah, Marina just ends herself because
I think
that's.
she takes like a piece of glass and like rips her throat out.
I think it was like, yeah, I think it was either a piece of glass or like a bottle that was like, or like the top of like a bottle that was broken over. She's just like,
Jabs it into herself over and
yeah,
over.
and so,
Sorry for the description.
ugh, man, um, man, that brings back depressing memories.
Okay. That's not a slight on you. That's just like, wow.
Wow, that's depressing. But yeah, so then Takapi goes back to the
Home planet,
home
like,
planet.
you know.
His mom kind of like,
You say mom, I think it's more like a village elder of sorts.
I
A
mean, he calls
planet
her mom.
elder.
I mean, he calls
I
her
think they
mom.
all call her mom, which is like a
Yeah,
hive mind sort of thing.
that's fair. Um, which like,
I know it's like in like the anime and like in the manga, they're like talking about like why the hell like the all the other Takopi race people, like the little balls of a octopus, they're just he's announcing, yeah, can I get this tool so I can go and kill Suzuka? And they're all like, he's talking about killing someone. What the hell is wrong with him?
what is wrong with you? Like, how did
That's
you
against
come
our
to this?
code. We can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that. That's a no. And so, and uh so then like his mom or the village elder kind of like tries to stop him and like tells like, this is against
Code.
our code and stuff. And as for sorry, excuse me, wow,
Came out of nowhere.
water, gotta love it. So then as a result of that, she like then says like, you will be banished, you will lose your memories, as a result of breaking our code for trying to attempt this. And so then Takapi just smacks the mom's tendril away, and then kind of like activates the school, or activates like a clock on like on the school kind of thing, and then he goes back in time, and so yeah, he goes back in time, and then instead of or he goes back in time, and then he also forgets his memories, and so then he goes back in time, and then instead of meeting Marina, he meets Shizuka, but without any memories. And so then he's then tries to like help Marina, or helps Shizuka, and then so that's where we get like the whole start of the episode, or start of
So
the,
episode 1.
yeah, episode 1,
And then we come back to the point where they're hiding under the bridge.
modern time.
Yeah, we're hiding under the bridge. Chabi's gone, and like Shizuka's pretty much all by herself with Takapi.
Yeah.
Another thing is, because I did remember like a clip from YouTube, and everyone was praising it. Like even in the last bits of her like sanity, Shizuka is still like trying to reach into people's stomachs to see if there's dog meat in them.
Yeah,
Um,
because she was like, because once like he came back, or once we come back into the present, she's like talking about okay, well then I'll just go back to
my
the
home,
pound, or
my hometown.
I'll go back to my hometown and check the pound, and I'll reach into like their stomach, or I'll cut their stomachs open and see
Oh.
if like Chappie's in there, or yeah, see if Chappie's in there. But then we go
Well, the
back.
main the clip I was watching, I forgot a detail. She was like losing her mind, but she still has a moment of like with Takopi pleading with her to stop.
Mhm.
She has a moment of clarity and uses her last bit of money that she has to her name to buy bread for Takopi.
Yeah, yeah, which pretty happy moment.
Light in the darkness.
Yeah, and so
And I think this gets to the part where we get to the climax, the
yeah,
epic conclusion of the
yeah,
story.
the climax. So then take it away.
You're gonna leave me. I mean, I'm a co-host, so I have to. Um, after like all this time of like all this pain and stuff, Takopi she's one last ditch effort to see if she can. At the end of the day, all he wanted to do was see Shizuka smile,
Yeah.
and she thinks he can do it one. If he can reset it one more time,
But before that, he begs and pleads her to please stop this. Please stop all of this. As like Shizuka's just like, and he even apologizes for like not really understanding like her emotions, understanding like the pain, and Shizuka, and then like as a result of this kind of like confession of like him breaking down, she also breaks down, and then she starts crying, and
which she hasn't done for like most of the
yeah,
series,
and so like
despite all the bad things that have happened to her.
and so then like Takumi then tries to like try to confront her, and or yeah, he confronts her, and but telling her that okay, well, I just got my memories back, and there's one thing that we can do. I can give up, like I can use my magic power on our little happy camera, but as a result, it's gonna take away my life. But we can reset time again, and
One last time,
one last time.
because he essentially puts his like magic powers into the camera to fix it. But once he loses his powers, he dies.
Yeah, he becomes the dead.
He sacrifices himself to reset the timeline one more time.
And so we go back in time. And so then we get to this one part where Shizuka, how did I forget her name already?
Marina.
Shizuka and Marina, are like, Marina beats her, or, bullies her again, like, but this time outside of school. As a result of that, like, Shizuka drops her notepad, and on the notepad is a picture of
A
Takopi.
doodle
A
of
doodle of
Takopi.
Takopi, yeah. And so Marina points out, I was like, what's that? It looks stupid. And so Shizuka also looks at it. And then Marina continues her speech like, it looks stupid. It looks like it'll annoy you. Like it'll always try like it'll never shut up. It'll always talk. And so then Shizuka chimes in, saying saying other stuff. And so as a result of them their faint memories of Takopi, they start ironically starting to bond. Exactly what Takopi was saying, like they needed to talk it out.
That's an excellent point, but here's the thing: like this ending, like this climax of the story, brought a little bit of controversy. I'm not saying like bad controversy. I'm saying like people kind of don't like it controversy. Not in like a this show needs to be canceled way, but this kind of doesn't make sense in a way.
But like,
We'll get to that in a minute though.
but like, before we get to that part, like, as a result of them, like,
They also tell each other like, "Oh, my mom's sleeping with your dad."
yeah, but like, as it kind of imply, they kind of, start bonding, and as a result of
Bonding
that,
with all their pain and misery,
they start
because
bonding,
misery loves company.
but they start bonding, and like, as a result of like this, as a result of Takapi's actions and their faint memories of him, and like, them finally talking out, they can finally they can and talking about like their pain and all that stuff, they are finally kind of they'll have some semblance to kind of face like their traumas, at least together, more or less. and then that kind of gets to that part where uh, uh,
Because the timeline where they're in fourth grade, that's 2016, and then 6 years later in 2022, Suzuka and Amano, teenagers, are best friends,
yeah,
teasing each other about their dysfunctional families. They're just there was a point where like, oh, my mother's a mess, and they go, your mother's always a mess. But they literally bond over their pain, and,
yeah,
misery loves company. So, eh, and the ending it brought a little bit of a tearjerker, and I didn't actually cry or shed a tear, and not that that matters, but the last like couple seconds is like they notice a pen that looks like one of Takopi's gadgets.
yeah. When they're out shopping.
When they're out shopping, they see a pen that looks like one of Takopi's gadgets, and they go, "Oh, that's a space pen from planet Saturn." And they're like, "How do we know this?" They said it at the same time.
Yeah, how do you know this? That's so weird.
That was just a real heartwarming moment. Oh, as well as that, if you look at the manga, it also has like a little bit of a side ending where Takopi like waves goodbye at the audience
No.
with a tear in his eye, just saying, "Yeah, I know I didn't do a good job. I can't. To be honest, I can't really understand why humans do the things they do. But at the end of the day, I couldn't fix your broken families. So, at least to all of you in 2016, I'm sorry, but thanks for watching."
Yeah,
That's not the exact tone, but I forgot what it was.
yeah, yeah. And so
It.
some people didn't really like the ending.
Here's the thing. I love the ending. I personally love the ending.
And like thinking and talking about this now and talking about and in hindsight, I do like this. I do like the show. I don't mind the ending, but my initial watching of the show of the ending, I did feel like it was a bit rushed actually. Like I didn't really dislike it. It was just a bit rushed. Like it was a bit empty in a way.
I mean, he did only get. I mean, I'm not sure like the standards or practices of it, but at the end of the day, it's only 2 volumes of a manga, 6 episodes of an anime.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I don't know if they could have done more. I don't even know if the creator wanted to do more.
I mean, it's a really heavy kind of thing to talk about, and so it they did the best that they could. They did what they could, and as a result of that, they did a good job. It was a good anime, good show, good manga. It was a good story.
I totally agree with you on that. But the thing is, just because I've been watching a couple videos, like a lot of anime YouTubers. I almost said VTubers. Sorry. Um, was saying like, oh, the anime makes little to no sense. And another thing is,
It's an anime. Of course, it's not gonna be super realistic. There's an alien coming down with magic powers.
but another thing is that if these same people, like on episodes like 1 through 3 came out, they were like, "This is the best anime ever," and like this is like the most heart touching, gripping anime. And then like it even got so much praise from both the manga and the anime that it got awards, and it even beat out in ratings certain episodes of One Piece.
One Piece has a lot of hit or miss episodes.
Well, like I think it was like that season's episodes of One Piece they beat out. Like it was the #1 watch anime for like weeks.
Oh wow!
And then like the ending came out, and I'm like, this is mid.
This is...
Those exact same people who were saying like the first couple of episodes were good, they immediately said it was mid. And like, okay, I'm like, you guys are kind of, I'm trying to avoid the actual word I want to say, but
okay,
I understand. I kind of understand some things, but you need to pick a lane.
Like, I don't know what to add on to that. It's like that is
Well, do you think it's mid?
No, I do like it, and it's definitely one of those shows that like I will probably watch in the future when I'm like with like a partner, like a girlfriend, wife, or maybe even like a kid. And
I would recommend like, because this is like, what's the age rating? What's the age rating?
You're right. Yeah.
Because if I have kids, I'm gonna follow the age rating to a T.
Yeah.
I with some exceptions here and there.
Yeah, sometimes it would probably be really hard because internet. But like definitely, I would definitely watch it with like with like a wife, or with my wife or a girlfriend, and then like maybe watch it together with like my kid if like Um,
How about you wait till like they're like 12,
yeah,
13,
like
14?
I was like when they're in like high school or something, like teenagers where they can like more accurately kind of process it, or like in like when they're like older, like you know I don't know where I'm going with that. But yeah, but
I
it's
understand.
it's definitely like one of those like
It's
emotional kind of stories that I will probably like watch again at some point with like another person.
I don't know if you want to actually do this or not, but today, before I even plan this podcast, I just came up with like a new rating system.
Oh,
The rating 20. It's like a D20 and you roll it and then but it's like, rated out of 20. It's like rated out of the D20. Roll
ready?
one D20. I gotta stop saying that.
Roll 1d20.
What would I would give it? I would give it like a 17 out of 20.
Ooh, that is a good one. Yeah, I was gonna give it like
To be honest, I'll admit some of the people saying the ending was bad kind of influenced me to say, oh well, yeah, kind of a little bit doesn't make sense, but I still love it.
a
But
lot
at
of
the end of the day, it's not perfect.
a lot of enemies or a lot of animes. Did I say animes? A lot of animes, not animes. Do especially emotional ones do sometimes have a hard time landing. Um, this one again,
Well, like we're kind of I mean, I think you're kind of a forgiving when it comes to that. Like
yeah, like
when it doesn't stick to landing, I'm super forgiving of that. And I can see like even if you break your leg on the landing, I can see you put in effort and you landed.
yeah.
So
I mean, at least you finish it. But I was thinking like I was giving it a little bit of time while Kevin was talking, and I'm thinking like somewhere around like 16, 15 out of 20.
it's 15.5.
Nah, we're not doing point fives. This is a dice roll. Come on, guy.
But the Baldur's Gate does that, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Honestly, yeah, they do. But then again, hey, I, I never finished Baldur's Gate. I have so many playthroughs of Baldur's Gate, but I have never finished it because I just don't want to finish it. I'll get to the very end to where like you're pretty much to where you just have to you have to beat the final like big bad and then it's all over. I just can't bring myself to do that because I want to continue playing with my people, with like the people with like my party and stuff. But um I digress. Yeah, I'll give it like around like I'll probably give it like a 16.
I'll
Yeah.
give it a 17 in my
Yeah.
personal opinion.
So
And
that's our ratings.
that's a rating. And I want to give like one last little production tidbit on Takopi's original sin. The character Takopi's voice actor shares a voice with you probably don't know the name of it. First of all, shares a um voice actor with Hamtaro from
Oh.
the hamster anime. Remember that?
Well, I mostly recognize one of them, the little Tontada.
But could you elaborate on that?
All right, so I don't really remember its name, but he is a Tontada. He's like part. He's now part of like the a co-captain with Sai in One Piece. So it's yeah, okay. Let me give you some backstory. So Tontadas is a race of super tall, like midget kind of things in One Piece. And so he's part of a pirate crew um, with Sai, which is a leader of another pirate crew or of a navy, and they are under Luffy's Grand Fleet. So he is a partial captain in Luffy's Grand Fleet.
Let me just we're wrapping up for time.
Yeah.
The thing is, for the record, does that character? You know how Takabi says P.I.
Yeah.
every sentence?
Mhm.
Does that character do that?
No, it doesn't.
The character I'm referencing is a character called Kon Kon from a Magical Girl Raising Project,
What?
and then he says pawn every sentence he ends with pawn, and they share a voice actor. Magical Girl Raising Project is kind of like Madoka in a sense that a bunch of people, a bunch of our girls get recruited into becoming magical girls. At the end of the day, it becomes a killing game.
Whoa, boy, that's escalated
And,
quickly.
and it's not like Cube where he's trying to save the universe. It's
Mhm.
Khan is basically just doing this for fun
For shits and giggles.
because he's a bastard like that.
Oh boy.
And they share a very similar voice. So I figured, oh, they the same voice actress, very much the
Turns
same,
out they do.
and they say like a little. They have a tick at the end of their sentences too. Takopi with P and Con with pawn.
Well, that's a fun little tidbit.
It's nuts.
I think we should wrap it up here.
Yeah, we're good.
We're kind of getting a little bit behind on time.
Yeah, we got some stuff to do.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us on Takopi's Original Sin.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
We're gonna call it there. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Hasta luego.